Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Yo, what up, dope people? Like to welcome you back to the Keep It a C-No podcast. I am your boy, Brown, and to the left of me, guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Back like I never left. Vito in the building.
What up, though, Vito?
Same shit.
Okay, so we got a lot going on. I just want to talk NBA real quick, right? Because it's a lot of talk about Russell Westbrook. He's done. He need to be traded. This, that, and the third. Is it wrong to put all the blame on Russell Westbrook for their team having a bad season so far?
It's 100% wrong. He's not the problem. He's not the answer, but he's not the problem. I don't even know why they got him. He doesn't mesh with that style of team.
Right.
Him and LeBron are similar in style of play. You have to dominate the ball to be successful. I think Russell Westbrook needs his own team like how he was when he was with the Thunder, when they made their run. And I think the perfect team for him would be a team like the Knicks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the Knicks have no superstar. They got a bunch of good players, and somebody like him that can go get a bucket without no help is what they're lacking.
Right. I agree with you. I believe that the blame for this is the Lakers front office. Like, you had to know this team wasn't gonna mesh. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And me and you talked before filming, and even you said it, like, where the hell is AD at?
I didn't even know he was playing.
I don't know when he's playing, when he's not playing, but he's been a big disappointment. But I think the GMs get the blame for this 100%. What do you think, people? Is it wrong for Russell Westbrook to get the blame for the Lakers' struggles? But speaking of Westbrook having his own team again, there's been a lot of talk about Houston willing to carry John Wall for Russ, but they want a bunch of draft picks. How you feel about that?
I feel like it's a come up for Houston if they get it done, but I don't feel like it'll make a difference for the Lakers because John Wall ain't the same John Wall. John Wall was successful off of athleticism and speed, and I think he lost a little bit of step and a little bit of athleticism with them injuries the last couple of years. So I don't think it'll make a bit of a difference. They gotta get a couple role players. They keep trying to get these names.
Right.
If they get a couple solid role players, they need a sniper that can hit a tray from anywhere.
Right, because John Wall can't shoot neither.
That's what I'm saying. You need a sniper that can hit a tray from anywhere, and you need maybe like an all-out defender, and you need somebody that just can get to the basket. Besides the main guys, when the main guys sit down, you need a guy to get to the basket and get a bucket.
Right. Like, I understand Russ been struggling, but it is disrespectful to say you trade him for John Wall right now. Like, that is no way an upgrade. There's no way it can be an upgrade. Russ a better rebounder than him. When the last time John Wall played?
He played last season.
Last season.
No, see, I don't see too much of Houston.
He ain't been playing this year for Houston.
Oh, okay.
So you know what I mean. I just think that is just all the way horrible. They just trying to make Russ the fall guy. You know what I mean? Because Brian is Brian. At the end of the day, AD is still a future because he's the youngest player. That's the most talented. You know what I mean? So they're not going to put the blame on them. They got to put the blame on Russ. Even though they were horrible last year. Even though they knew Russ couldn't shoot coming in. Like, you know what I mean? So, big question. If Russ can't win with the Lakers, is it over for him? His chances of winning the chip?
I don't know. Because anybody can get lucky and go to a team and they just get hot real quick. But as far as, like, I don't think he's going to win with the Lakers anyway. But, like I said, it depends on where he would go. It would have to be a perfect situation for him to be able to win a championship right now.
Right. And what is a perfect situation? Him starting now, or him coming off the bench? Is he bench material yet?
No, not yet. He's still a starter.
Okay. What's your thought, people? If Russ can't win with the Lakers, is his career done? Is it over for him getting a chip? Let us know. Now, speaking of,
And let me take it a little bit step further with Russ. Even though Russ is not a great shooter, maybe he's not a point guard. I would try him at the 2 and see what I can get, what you can get from that.
they should have been tried him at the 2. Somebody should have been did that. Where's Larry Brown when you need him? I bet you Larry Brown would have put him at the 2.
That's possible. Because he got not a style of game, but they got some similarities.
Okay, trending topic. There's been a lot of debate on the internet. It started off with Ja Morant comparison, his numbers to Derrick Rose, MVP year. Now it's going a step further where a lot of people saying Ja Morant right now is better than prime John Wall. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, first off, Derrick Rose, MVP season Derrick Rose is better than Ja Morant as of now.
I agree.
Now, we don't know what we're going to get from Ja in the future, but as of now, he ain't fucking with MVP style Derrick Rose.
I agree.
Now, as far as prime John Wall, you can go. They both got their pros and cons. I think prime John Wall had better defense and was a better passer.
Okay.
I think Ja is a better scorer, more athletic.
Okay.
And I think he's a better shooter than John Wall. But I would take prime John Wall.
Really?
Yeah.
Ja Morant right now is better than John Wall ever been. I say that
he might be a better.
What
I can't even say better.
What I'm saying is,
what makes him better?
First, let me ask you, what is John Wall prime John Wall?
What year? Or what does he do when he?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, period. When was the era? Like, when do you consider prime John Wall? Like this, when he was ball, like he was really that nigga. Because then when I thought back,
Bradley Beal and them came into play.
Right. So that was years down the line, right? Okay. Because my thing is this: to me, Ja's a better shooter.
Yeah.
He's a better teammate. Right? Just all around teammate.
What do you mean? As far as in the locker or on the floor?
As far as getting everybody, listen to what I'm going to tell you.
No.
Listen to what I'm going to tell you. Ja Morant got these balls. These balls that's on the team is like average balls. He got them thinking they can beat anybody, bro. Anybody till he got there. Let me tell you something interesting. John Wall. And you know I'm huge on saying Eastern Conference ain't nothing compared to the Western Conference, right?
That's not always the case.
But I'm huge on saying that. John Wall, his first 4, it took him 4 seasons to get 30 wins in the league.
The league was better back then.
Ja Morant plays in the Western Conference, and he has made Memphis contenders.
Memphis is good, but there's less talent in the league now. There's more talent when John Wall played.
John Wall,
13.
John Wall just 13. That's when Steph and all them was there. That's when the league was flipping. When Duncan and them was about to be done.
There was more talent when John Wall first came in the league. You still had old veterans on teams that knocked him fucking head off.
What I'm saying is John Wall was a good highlight guy, good get his number guy, but he wasn't a guy that you didn't never think John Wall and them had a chance to do anything.
It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for somebody down the stretch that can go get you a bucket, Ja Morant's your guy. But if you're looking for somebody that can also get a bucket, not as good as offensively as Ja, but also gets the team involved, because John Wall is more of a pass first guard, but can still get you 20. He can average 20 and still get you 8 assists on a regular. And he's a one-man fast break. That's the highlight film.
That's the best thing that I think he has.
And he's a better defender than Ja.
That's debatable. Because I think John Wall is one of them guys that we always talk about that plays the passing lanes. He's not no lockdown. I'm going he not that boy.
But there's not. I only can think of really one point guard recently that would take, not getting steals and passing, like actually taking it from you, and that's Chris Paul. I don't recall any other point guards that was actually doing that.
Nah, what I'm saying is if you take Ja Morant off that team right now, they don't
say the same thing about that Wizards team with John Wall.
That Wizards team was winning 28 games a season and all that. So that's what I'm.
They would have won 8.
Nah, bro. What I'm saying is prime John Wall was good for highlights. His numbers was good. But what I'm saying is you knew they had nothing coming. You when the season was starting, you wasn't picking Washington with John Wall to make the playoffs. That didn't change a couple years
I
after
didn't
Bill
pick
came.
Memphis to make the playoffs either.
But what Memphis is, I don't know, man. What's your thoughts, people? Ja Morant right now, is he better than prime John Wall? Keep receiving.
Ja might be better than prime John Wall, but I would take John Wall because he does a little more on both sides to me.
Okay, well that's debatable because at the end of the day, you need a guy that can shoot. Like John Wall had no shot, no mid range, no three, no
mid range,
nothing. He had nothing.
Hit him once in a while.
Once in a while, but he nothing. Everything is to the basket.
That's all you need. Once you
now
get
when the
once
game
he
on the
get
line,
the rebound, but that's what the other players are for. Once he get that rebound, he's
no,
gone.
no. I don't mean. I mean once the game on the line is like what I mean is not crunch moments. I'm saying like once it get to the playoffs and all that, and we cut this lane off, you have nothing else you can do. And he showed that time and time again. He had nothing else he can do besides get to the rack. That's just my.
That's what I need from my guy. I need you to get in. Like now, originally, I took this for granted, especially with me being a point guard. I never thought about it till I seen a coach say this. He said he judges his point guards by paint touches, and I'm like, what is he talking about? He's talking about how many times the point guard gets in the paint, whether it's a shot or an assist.
Right.
And that means something, because if you just sitting out there shooting J's out there,
yes, but what I'm saying is the perfect example for that is Tony Parker. You're talking about in the paint points. Tony Parker gets you in the paint points, but it came a point in time where we're gonna cut that off, and San Antonio didn't start winning again until Tony Parker developed a mid-range shot. John Wall never had that. John Wall is all to the basket. If he can't get to the basket, he's not getting you a hoop. That's just point blank period. That ain't nothing new. Like, you know what I mean? That boy, he will take the rebound. He will go coast to coast. He will get a highlight on you.
Well, I'm looking at their numbers. John Wall get you more assists and more steals.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you got to look at the totality of that, because what I'm saying is the assists just don't count, because Ja Morant, if you watch Memphis play, it's tons of plays where Ja Morant is still effective playing off the ball. John Wall plays with his hands on the ball mostly all the time. When Bill came, that's why they kind of clashed a little bit, because Bill needs the ball in his hand too. John Wall can't do nothing off the ball. So, yeah, his numbers might be a little bit higher with assists because he handles the ball more. But that's what I'm saying is being a good teammate. Ja Morant can let one of them other guys push the point and get numbers. Them dudes wouldn't, Jones and all them dudes, they wouldn't get them little 3-4 assists a game playing with John Wall because he dominating the ball. Ja Morant run all screens and everything. Like, all the good guards, to me, all the good guards, Dame, Steph, all of them, they can dominate without having their hands on the ball. Because if you pull them same stats up, I guarantee you, well, I don't want to guarantee it. I might be going out on a limb. But that same year you just looked up, John Wall averaging more assists than Ja Morant.
Actually, quite a few years.
I'm guarantee you can go to. I'm almost sure that you could go back on there, and it's quite a few years that John Wall had more assists than Steph Curry. That don't make him better.
No, it don't.
Okay, now. So that's why and Steph Curry still dictates the game without having his hands on the ball.
That's a whole different monster. Ja Morant doesn't affect the game like Steph Curry does.
But what I'm saying is Ja Morant affects the game because he doesn't need the ball in his hand to score.
True.
John Wall does.
That's also true.
So that's my thing. Your boy Ben Simmons. Mm-hmm. It's been a lot of rumors. This team want him, that team want him. Where's he gonna go? Shout out Reek, Cuz want him. Cuz been putting up Jones. He had Reek.
Who he like?
He like everybody. He just want to get
his team.
The Sixers.
Oh, you want him back? Okay.
No. He don't want him back. He been putting all type of packages together for him. He doing salaries and everything. Somebody need to hire Cousin Reek as a GM.
I might be in the minority because I actually think Ben Simmons is better than motherfuckers is giving me credit for. Because how many point guards average the numbers he averaged? It's probably not even 5.
What numbers do? What?
I'm talking about like 15, 8, and 8.
I mean, them good. I mean,
That's good numbers.
I'm pretty sure Jokic averaged that, right?
Jokic ain't no point guard.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is I'm just trying to null and void because he handles the ball more than a lot of point guards. He can't do nothing else. And he better get you 8.
No, he handles the ball just as much as the average point guard.
Listen, the man is damn near 7 feet. He better get you 8 rebounds. He should be getting you 10.
Your size don't determine your position.
He should be getting you 10.
My personal opinion is he's not a point guard. I would play him at the power forward and play him point forward, because he's best in transition, grab a rebound and run.
Right. He's a John Wall. A taller John Wall. Exactly. So would you like to see him go anywhere?
I think he'd be successful with the Spurs.
Really?
Spurs, Utah, he would be good with. The Bucks, he would be good with.
Him and Giannis?
Yeah, him and Giannis.
I mean, to me, like, I don't think Ben Simmons is bottom of the barrel. I don't think he's superstar level, but I think he's definitely above average role player. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you go put him on a team.
I'd take him for my team.
For who?
Knicks.
For who? No, for who?
They would have to give like a draft pick or some cash or something. Cause
like, I don't want to get carried away and just think.
I don't want to give away.
I wouldn't. Ben Simmons needs to go on the team that already has 2-3 scores on it. A perfect team.
Golden State would be the perfect team.
Golden State, even Portland. 2 dudes that can go off for 30, and all Ben Simmons got to do is handle the ball.
That's why I say, think about it. If he played for Portland or Golden State, him playing the 4, grabbing the rebound, like how Draymond does, grab the rebound, and you got Steph and Clay filling the corners while he running the point, or he grabbing the rebound and running. Like, who you gonna step up to?
Yeah, but who you taking? Who you taking from Golden State to get him Ben Simmons?
They have Wiggins.
Wiggins and who? You got to get him more than just Wiggins.
Okay, no Wiggins. Like, as far as contracts, the money got to come close, right?
Right.
Wiggins getting a pretty good check. Wiggins and who else?
They got to give. There's no way they.
And that rookie, that young boy, Wiseman.
There's no way they can keep Draymond though. Draymond make a huge check too though. They would have to get rid of Draymond.
But Draymond don't get as much as Ben Simmons. Ain't even close. Draymond shit was like 80.
No, what I'm saying is all together though. To get up, Draymond don't get there, but what I'm saying is you need the contracts to equal out.
Listen, if they're going to play him at the same position as Draymond, then that's understandable. But if they're not, then it don't make sense. Because Draymond is still... Now, mind you, Draymond is a smart player, but remember, Ben Simmons is still a better perimeter defender than Draymond. Draymond could shoot.
I don't like Draymond and Ben Simmons on the same team.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you gotta get rid of one, you gotta get rid, like it don't make sense to have them both.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree, but yeah, basically, if you trade them to Golden State, I'm taking everybody. Give me Wiggins, give me Wiseman, give me Poole, give me what's the junior on the team? The Pop.
Otto Porter?
No. Peyton Jr., the Peyton the third or whatever. Gary Payton.
You can't have him.
I'm taking. Listen, if I'm the Sixers, I want all them guys but Ben Simmons.
Can't have him.
You gotta give me. I don't want Draymond. You send Draymond. We gonna do a 3-team swap. You give me Wiseman. You give me Wiseman, Wiggins, Poole, Peyton.
I'm not. Which one is the one that messed with Steph's sister?
Mess with on which team?
On Golden State.
Ain't it Peyton? It's not Peyton?
It's the light skin boy with the dreads.
Oh. The boy that shoot the threes.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't
well,
think
whoever he is, you can have him.
I don't want him. But what I'm saying is that's who you would try to give. Yeah. I don't want him.
Yeah, you can't have
him. If I'm the Sixers, Peyton don't make no money. Poole on a rookie contract. I need Wiggins, Wiseman on a rookie contract. I need all 3 of those rookie contracts, plus Wiggins, plus whoever y'all trade Draymond to, got to give me somebody. That's it.
But my whole thing is they're trying to stick motherfuckers for Ben Simmons. His stock is down.
That's why I'm saying Wiggins ain't no superstar. They'll get rid of Wiggins. You know what I mean? Give me
I
one.
think Wiggins would fit with the Sixers.
Wherever you send Draymond to, give me their best spot up shooter off that team.
But my only thing with Wiggins, even though I think he will fit the Sixers, I don't think he mentally can handle Philly.
Who, Wiggins?
Yeah, the fans would be in his ass when he start playing.
Nah, I think Wiggins and whatchamacallit as a 1-2 punch. I think he'll be good.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. But you know how motherfuckers get when they come in.
But one thing about Wiggins is he don't need the shots and none of that. He gonna play off Embiid. So everybody that's like me, that's like Embiid need to touch the ball this amount of times with Wiggins, he's gonna get them touches. You know what I mean? You just want Wiggins to play like he been playing this year. You want the boy Poole to hit some jump shots. You want Peyton to play D and whoever else you get. I think they'd be cool. And Wiseman, to me, would be a trade piece because he ain't going to fit keeping him with Embiid. Yeah, so I would end up shipping him off for certain too. But they got to do something right now because I keep fearing it, and I think they're going to waste Embiid's good years. And then they're going to get a good team, and he's going to break down on them. You know what I mean? So, what's your thoughts, people? Where y'all want to see Ben Simmons land at? Do y'all still want him in Philly? Keep it a C note. Let us know. All right, Vito. So, I want to ask you something. So, let's just say, you know, the females we see on social media, they always twerking it. They always talking that freak talk. Is it fair for guys when they come at them like they're whores and all that because of what they see and what they assume? Is that cool?
That's not cool.
Okay.
It's not cool at any time. It's not. I don't give a fuck what you do for a living or what you do for fun. It's not right for any man, woman, or child to disrespect anybody. I don't give a fuck what you do. But on the flip side, when y'all doing all this shit, y'all know it comes with it. So don't be all sensitive and be prepared for what comes with doing all that twerking and shit.
Right. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think it's cool, but I see it all the time where it be like, don't come at me like that, or like, you know what I mean? People be in the comments like, damn, and then that shit go left.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know, I was talking to somebody and it was like, damn, like sometimes females put themselves in that situation and all that. And that's what. At it,
I don't mean to cut you off, but you can look at it like this. Like, for example, if you see a female porn star in the streets,
right?
Your first instinct, like instantly go at her about seeing what it's hitting for, right?
Right.
Why? Because you see what she do on that screen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what she's known for. So if you see somebody that's all they do is twerk, and every picture is that they ass first, that's what you're going at. That's how you see them. That's how you know them.
So let me ask you this though: do you think do you think people come at females differently just because? My thing is this: do you think a guy is gonna come at a bank teller the same way he come at a little shorty that he met in the corner store?
Depends on the guy. I would. What I'm gonna say is not gonna change.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you the.
But I mean, for majority of the people though, because you know, majority of the people is gonna in the bank they gonna play a whole totally different role,
which doesn't. It's not gonna benefit you in one way or the other. If you gonna come at it, you got to come at them all the same way because, in my opinion, just because she twerk don't mean she don't have a college degree or whatever the case may be. Right. She might be smart. She might have her own money, all that shit. The chick in the bank teller might just be working from check to check.
Right.
So don't be fooled.
Right, and like I told my homie is like, just because you could wear something the same thing 2-3 days in a row, that don't mean you don't got money.
Exactly.
Right, you know what I mean? So you can't go off
especially
that.
Especially the era we come from. Grind, wear a Dickie suit 4 days in a row. Pocket full of money, though.
Right, and because on the flip side of that, like, I know a lot of people, like, for years, that was busting their head trying to get some Louis Vuitton sneaks or something like that. And like, it was for years, though, like, you know what I mean? Or they might got the newest belt on, but they don't got no money. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They
just
can't.
Look the part.
Yeah, they just look. So, you know, okay, so We asked this question before about how old was too old for your child to live at home. That was a question of the day before. What do you think is too old for you to have a child living at home, Vito?
Well, in my opinion,
Yeah.
there's no such thing to me.
Okay.
I would never put my child out. My
Okay.
child could always live with me, always come to me. If I got it, he got it.
Right.
Simple as that.
Okay, so it's no age. It ain't
No
like
age.
your child been sitting on your couch since for 25 years. He gotta go.
He could sit on there for another 75 years till he 100 years old.
Okay, now.
I'm family oriented.
Okay, so flip side to that. How old is too old for your child and their child to be living at your house? Is that different?
Same answer.
Same answer.
I love family.
The whole family.
Whole family.
So you can have the.
Now I don't know about putting up with the baby mother. If she cool, then she cool. But if she drama, you gotta go.
So it's just all based off that. But you just
family first, man.
Okay.
And when I say family just not blood.
So let me ask you this then, right? Because I have a totally, I understand the family stuff that you saying, and I'm all with it. But what I'm saying is, your son, he living with you. Mm-hmm. He get his girl pregnant. Now, the baby and her is living with you. Mm-hmm. Now, they just have another baby. Mm-hmm. And all of that, like, you still cool with all that? Cause, yeah. Yeah, see, nah, I can't. And is it just time out? All right, now let me ask you this before I say what I'm going to say. Is that just because you got a son? What if it was your daughter? Would it be a difference?
No.
It would be the same thing. A daughter and her nigga just laid up in your.
Yep. Long as he's respectful to my child, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Long as who they're dealing with don't bring drama to my life. And when I say that, I mean like all the arguing, all the bullshit. Nah, you're not gonna be doing all that. I ain't got time for that. You gotta go. My child and the child can stay. But if you cool, if you thorough, if you not in my way, that shit don't bother me one way or the other.
Listen, what I'm gonna tell you, I'm for the family shit and all that, but you're not gonna be my child. Okay, it stuff happens. You may get pregnant. You may have to live with me for. You're not going to be my child sitting in my house under my roof, whether it's with a girl or a boy, and you making all type of babies. And nah, that's not going to happen.
All right, let me ask you this.
Nah.
So would you rather them be homeless?
What I'm saying is,
got nowhere to go.
Vito, what I'm saying is, I'm not letting nobody's son or nobody's daughter sit in my house all day. Every day, don't work, don't do.
Now, that's not one of your stipulations, but even still, if I can understand that being like a rule of the house, you gotta get a job. So if they had jobs, would that be acceptable for you?
For a period of time, you're not living with me. Why and just not? Having because you're grown.
What the fuck does that mean?
You're grown, Vito. Like, shit. Come on, like
that
what
don't mean shit. The age doesn't change nothing to me.
Vito, that's doing too much,
how?
Vito.
Especially if they got a job, they bringing something to the table. That's nah.
Vito, like.
All right, let me give you an example. Why do you think a lot of them rich white families all the way are? Them motherfuckers will buy one big ass house for the whole family living. Everybody bringing something to the table.
Yes, that's a different. You talking about one big ass house where multiple people.
What I'm saying is still the same concept.
It's not the same
be on that level.
But they're all bringing something to the table.
That's what I just said.
Yes, so that's not the same concept where a nigga just sitting in your house all day and he just popping your daughter and she popping babies out and he don't got no money and that shit is
that's different.
On,
now,
man.
Somebody got to do like you ain't hear me say as long as he's able to take care of his family, you got to be able to take care of your family. You just can't sit around.
So let me ask you this because you got a son. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this then because I'm pretty sure when your son was 16, 17, you was cool with him having girls come over and chill with him?
Ain't 16 yet.
Oh, so are you at that age? Are you cool with him letting girls come over and all that and they chill and do that?
No, that hasn't happened yet.
But would you be cool with it?
Yeah.
You would be cool. Go ahead, y'all just go ahead upstairs and
No, now you can chill, but he ain't gonna be doing a whole lot of popping and all this shit. If I'm in the next room,
how you know? Come on, Vito,
how am I
man.
not gonna know?
What you mean, kid?
If he anything like me, I'm gonna
Man,
know.
come on, man.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is he at the age where he could be finger popping anything.
Well, he gonna have to get some money to get a hotel room.
What I'm saying is, Vito, is if you might as well condone all
they
of that.
They gotta do that shit when I ain't around, because I don't want to hear that shit.
What I'm saying is, so all right, so the flip side of that, you walk in and your son got a girl, and you gonna be upset about it? Mm-hmm. She butt naked and all that?
No.
All right, so now you found the girl, right? Oh my God, Mr. Vito, and she cover up, she leave out next time, and she cool to come in. All right, he done already slammed.
The dirt has been.
Goodness.
What the fuck? I can't take it back.
No.
The dirt has been
Vito,
done.
you know,
I'm gonna just tell Shorty.
Yeah,
next time you come, bring your mom with you.
Yeah, see, so what I'm saying is, you starting early at condoning that shit, letting them sit around in the crib, make babies.
Shit's gonna happen regardless.
It is. Shit is gonna happen. But what I'm saying is, you don't help ignite it. That's what you doing.
It's happening anyway without my help at all. It's gonna happen.
Vito, what I'm saying is, it's gotta come a point in time when you gotta push them out. It ain't no way your son's 17. He just had his first child, and now we 14 years later, and he's still living with you, and he got 3 kids. Yep. Nah, Vito.
Always come home.
What do you think, people? The lefty is back. What do you think, people? How old is too old for your child and their child, and also their significant other to be living with you? Vito says there's no time. There's no time limit on it.
No time. As long as it's respectful and I gotta put my hands on you, you'll be all right.
Okay, what you think, people? Last but not least, so it's a kid from the city, Philly, rapper. I'm not sure. I think they said his name was Pop Hunter or something like that. So apparently it was a situation happened where he was a kid and he told. Now I've never listened to his music or any of that, so I don't know.
You ever heard that Corvette shit?
No,
that's his song.
I never heard how it go. I never heard it.
I don't know, but I know from social media.
Yeah, I never heard the song. Somebody just brought it to my attention, and they wanted us to talk about it. If someone told as a child, are you still considered a rat when you get older?
No, you're only considered a rat when you're playing by the rules of the street. If you're a child, you're still considered a civilian. He's not on the street grinding. He's not hustling. He's not busting niggas upside their
personally.
head. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying people, period. You're not busting niggas upside their head, robbing niggas. You're a civilian.
Okay. Do you know the story? Because I don't really know the story.
I heard this. From what I heard that somebody posted ran in the house or killed his brother.
No. I don't even want to. I just wanted to know age wise. Like, do you know how old he was when it happened?
If I'm not mistaken, he was like between like 12 and 14 or some shit like that.
Okay.
He still was young.
Okay. So my thing would be this: if a kid is 12 to 14, and this is not the rap kid we talking about, because again, I've never. I will say something about that with him though, but let me get to that later. What I'm saying is, you're 12 to 14. Some 12 to 14-year-olds are fast out here. Mm-hmm. I would agree with you. If you were 12 to 14 and you was just a civilian kid going to school, boom, 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 you're not a rat. But if you was already in the street stuff, hustling and all that, and something happened and you told, yeah, you're a rat. Yeah. You're a rat. And as far as him go, I don't listen to his music. I haven't heard none of his music. I need to go listen to some though. But my thing would be this: if he was a street dude before it happened, then yeah, that's still considered rat, and whether you was a kid or not. Mm-hmm. And if you talking all that street shit in your records, but you told, regardless, if you gonna play the civilian route, right? If you gonna play it as a rapper, to me, I'm not judging him. I'm just saying as a rapper, period. If you gonna play that route of a rapper, shoot 'em up, bang bang, then yeah, you taking yourself out the civilian category because you trying to make yourself something that you're not. So you gotta hold that rat shit.
If Denzel plays a gangster, does that make him if he telling somebody, does that make him a rat?
No,
He's just playing a part, right?
Yes, he's playing a part.
That's what fucking rappers. Most rappers are fucking actors anyway. 90% of rappers are rapping about what they seen other people do. They
right, but what I'm saying is, we're not going to act like a lot of these rappers. They might not have had birds and all that, but we're not going to act like a lot of these niggas wasn't out here slanging.
Yeah, a lot of them.
And all of you know what I mean?
Most of them are street people. But at the end of the day, this shit is entertainment. So if you say you're a rapper that came from the suburbs and never did shit, but
right.
you know that gangster shit sells,
right?
You're getting into the rap game to get money, right?
Right.
You're not getting the rap game just strictly for the love of music, like all this bullshit motherfuckers be talking.
Right.
You getting in there to get out of a situation.
Right.
So if the streets sells, that's what the fuck they're gonna be talking about. Like right now, it ain't really so much about the street sales.
I understand if the street sales. I understand everything you're saying with it. What I'm saying is the common rap fan doesn't look at rap as wrestling. They don't look at it as acting. Well, we know this, but they don't look at it. So the common fan is gonna say, oh, he talking all this shoot 'em up, bang bang, fuck rat shit, and he told. You see what I'm saying? And not just him, because there's a lot of them. Like, I don't know what they were saying with Troy Ave, if he told, but you know,
I see
so it's a lot of what I'm saying. It'd be a lot of the rappers. So if you was a kid, to me personally, like I said, it comes down to your life. If I was a kid, I was just going to school every day, and I was living a regular 12 to 14-year-old life, then yeah. It's not rapping.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then. So, say before he told, he was a civilian, but after he told, he got older, and that shit turned him into something different and becomes a gangster rapper. Is he still a rap? Because maybe that situation turned him into the streets.
I don't know. I mean, my thing personally is like, again, I just look at it like. But you say it is acting. Like, my shit is if you told, you told. Like, to me, you got to switch that shit totally up. Like, you see, don't nobody want to hear that 6ix9ine shit no more. And them niggas.
I can't tell.
People, 6ix9ine numbers, I've never listened to him, but his numbers.
Still doing numbers.
What I'm saying is, if you look at 6ix9ine before ratting and after ratting, the numbers is totally a decline.
That may be
a total decline.
But his numbers is still above the average rapper.
Probably so, because he has a, like you said, if you take, let's just say for instance, he had 1 million fans. Half of them fans was probably niggas from the streets, and half of them was the suburban people that came from where he came from.
They just want to hear good music.
Right, so them people, yeah, they're going to still stay on, but the main people, you're going to see a decline in them numbers.
See, this is my thing, and this comes from the Kanye situation. Where motherfuckers was saying Kanye this, Kanye that, mad at Kanye for supporting Trump.
Right.
My issue is, you have the right to support anybody you want, for one.
Right.
For two, just because, how do we know Kanye? Through music. We don't know him personally, so why the fuck do you care what he does in his personal time? You strictly know him, and you started liking him strictly through the music, so he still continues to make good music, but supports Trump. Why the fuck does that matter to you? It's politics. Democrat, Republican. Neither one of the motherfuckers is really doing anything that benefits us anyway.
That's a fact.
So that shit doesn't make no sense to me.
That's a fact. That's all the way a fact. But, you know, at the end of the day, when you preaching that shit, man, it's certain people on the streets.
Now, I also agree with that. If you gonna talk it, just be prepared for what comes with it.
Right.
So
one more time, just to clarify, I'm 12, 13, 14 years old. I'm selling my little packs on the street. Something happened. Somebody get murdered or whatever, and I tell. I'm a kid. But am I a rat?
No.
Even though I'm indulging in street shit.
If you're a kid and you indulge in the street shit?
Yes. What I'm saying is...
You're a rat.
What I'm saying is, okay... You and I meet at Slayton Farms. You know what I mean? We're both 15. We both locked up for something, but I told on something.
You're right. You locked up. You was obviously doing something.
Okay, so So whether you a civilian as a kid or not, it changes the outlook on it.
But let me ask you this on the flip side. Say you 60, 70, and you used to be in the streets, but you're no longer in the streets. You're a working man, this, that, and third, you pay taxes, and something happens, and then they tell. Does that make you a rat?
Yes.
Why does it make you
Yes. Listen.
Because you were formerly in the streets?
Listen.
No, before you go ahead.
Codes don't change, good brother.
I agree.
Codes don't change. That's where a lot of people get it messed up at. When you see it, I told because I got a wife and kids now, and I ain't like codes don't change. When you take on that street code, you in that shit for life.
But you know what that shows? The guy that once he becomes a certain age and says I'm a civilian, and then some shit like the same situation he tells, that lets you know that when he was in the streets the whole time,
he would have told.
He would have told.
Yes, he would have. Like that shit is
that shit don't. That mentality, you might work a 9 to 5, but that mentality doesn't leave you.
Right, and that's what I think on a previous episode where I was trying to explain that to John about that shit. Like
you know how long it actually took me to start getting shit in my name. Even still to this day, I still like think about it twice to get something in my name.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely in agreement with that. So before we get out of here, I got a couple overhyped no caps for you. So we did that episode a couple weeks ago. We was talking about people lapping people on verses.
Oh, it was one. Ho, this is what I meant to say on the last episode. Okay. You were right. Kanye did lap Jay on Around This Town.
Yeah, I know.
I went back and listened to it. He ran it. And damn, what's the shit? I can't even think of the name of that shit. But it's a song with Drake. His French is it French Montana Joe with Drake on it? Whatever it was, Drake he ran French Montana on that joint.
Okay, let me ask you this. Since we on that same type time, overhyped no cap. Beans lap Jay-Z on Streets Is Talking.
I don't remember. I gotta
overhyped or no cap.
I gotta go back and listen. I don't have an answer for that. I gotta go listen.
What's your thoughts, people? Beans lap Jay on Streets Is Talking. Is that overhyped no cap? I don't know. I was listening to it today, and they kind of. Here's my thing.
Is that the one when he say? Not bitches got to run a block
before I'm parked.
Yeah.
To me, this.
I don't remember Jay verse though.
This my thing. Jay, I took trips with so much shit in the whip that if the cops pulled us over, the dogs would get sick. Here's my thing that I learned by that, John, because I told you like a week or two ago that I think once I listen, I think Beans lapped them niggas on Money Cash Hoes remix. And this is my assessment now when I go back and I listen to certain songs with Jay. To me, it's like when Jay get on tracks with certain niggas, his style is so cool that he don't, like once niggas get on and say some old rugged shit, if Jay not saying some old super fly shit, like you really forget about it. Like Beans, like I'm talking about the dudes that like not Bleak or none of them. I'm talking about the dudes that's like got super gutter bars like.
But you also think about it like this. At that point in his career, when he started doing shit like that, he already had years in. So me personally, I feel like he letting them other niggas eat on these tracks. He ain't got to go as hard as he want to. Like he can just take a.
Nah, but what I'm saying is, even when you go back, Money Cash Hoes remix was the start. That's like volume 2 when he took off. So all that is the start. It ain't like he was eating for years. Mac jumped right on the remix and smoked him. But what I'm saying is, if you listen, Jay shit be more like smooth, witty, like fly shit. So when somebody really come on a track with some rugged shit, it make Jay shit sound. And I'm not just talking about dudes in his camp. I'm talking about like kissing them, like anybody that you put.
But that's not every like that. What's the song he got with kissing them? The kid say, what he say about 80 bricks, break it all down to 20. That's a crazy flip.
That's a DMX song.
Yeah, Jay ran that shit.
What Jay say on there?
I'm putting up Will Smith number.
No, that's not the same song.
That's the same song?
No, that's
you sure?
Yeah, the crazy flip John. The crazy flip John is on DMX.
Second album.
Nah, you talking about the Jay verse, Jay the Kiss verse on the Jay John is where he say I used to have bad luck. Now you might see me in the
No, but they
truck.
also got a song With Jay, with Kisses
I
talking
don't
about breaking
think
all down 20, that's a crazy flip.
yeah,
Jay-Z on that song.
Jay not on that. That's just X and that's on X.
What song is that?
The album after Flesh in My Flesh, well, Grand Champion or some
I
shit.
thought that was on the second album.
Nah, that's not Flesh in My Flesh. On the second album is Blackout. Blackout. That's where we said Jay did get out on them, but he got extra witty with it. But even if you listen to a lot of them the Murder Inc. songs with him, DMX and Ja Rule,
Holla remix?
Nah,
Say, nigga,
I'm a raw dog, going raw dog and dirty bitches. And if I get burnt, I'm giving that shit to dirty bitches. You say you know the nigga like me, guess again, Poppy. I might smile up in you. That John. Dumb Johns, like X was running him on them.
I gotta listen to that again because I don't recall everybody with. See, for me to say who ran who, I would have to go back like I did with the Run This Town to listen to everything that's being said on that song.
Well, you could go listen and then come back and let us know. Next one, overhype or no cap. There is few R&B artists, especially male artists, that have a more complete album than Trey Songz's Ready album. Is that overhyped or no cap?
That's no cap. That's one of my favorite R&B albums.
Ever?
I like. No, not ever. I'm talking about as far as the newer generation.
Okay, so but what I'm saying is, I'm talking about is there any joint R Usher like?
Oh yeah. R. Kelly first album, his first solo album is better than that.
Really?
Usher Confessions, that's like neck and neck to me. I personally I've had this debate with my friends before, and I went in Trey Songz's favor
over
Usher's Confessions album. I just personally think it has more. They both got a whole lot of hot tracks, but I think if you go track for track, Trey got more, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say no cap too, because I think you could put R got a couple albums that you might could put.
No, hold on, let me say it. Now, as far as when I'm talking about his 12-play album, Trey got more songs than R does.
Right.
Because R got a couple bullshit songs.
That's where I'm getting at.
The songs he got on it that are the shit are better than
right.
Everything.
I that's what I was getting at. My thing is this. Yeah, he may have songs that's better, but what I'm saying is when you go through you take an R&B album, even Confessions album, every song on that Ready album is like, damn, that shit was hot as shit. Like, and like even what you said, R. Kelly has albums where he had misses on it. I think Confessions may have had one or two misses on it, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think really like Ready and that Trey Songz joint, like it has so many different moves.
Other albums have more misses than Trey does, but that 12-play joint got bigger songs. It's just like they just got bigger songs than that shit Trey got. That's why I gotta give R the edge on that.
Right. Okay. Now, I wanted to ask you this because somebody brought it to my attention that LeBron James' numbers have been like the best right now throughout his whole career. His numbers is up. My thing is this: overhyped or no cap? If LeBron wins the chip with the Lakers this year, he's past Michael Jordan.
He would never. This is the mistake most of these young motherfuckers is making, and some young older motherfuckers who are clueless to the fact of the sport. Your numbers doesn't make you great. Because you can play 30, 20 years, and your numbers is going to accumulate by your longevity.
Right.
We're talking about game. When you go in the gym, and if we're just watching it, if we're on the sideline watching motherfuckers play, and we don't know no score, no points, none of that, we're just watching strictly their game, he's not better than Mike. He's not better than Kobe. Simple as that. Fuck all them numbers. He might pass. He might even pass Kareem in points.
Right.
That doesn't make him better than the other man.
I agree with you, Vito. I agree with you. You can't.
For example, look how many motherfuckers might average. Like when Melo in his prime, it was maybe a couple years that people averaged more points than Melo, but none of them dudes was better scorers than him.
Right.
So that shit don't matter. Like the Westbrook with average all the triple doubles. How many people actually view Russell Westbrook as the number one point guard in the league? I'm sure it's a couple, but it's not that many. I don't give a fuck how many triple doubles he had. He's not better than Steph than me.
Right. But what I'm saying is, does he crack your top 10?
Who, LeBron?
No, you saying Russ with the he not better than Steph, but
Yeah,
what
I think
he's
top
done
10.
has he cracked your top 10 all
All
time? Yeah.
Oh man, that's kind of hard. I would have to actually see a list of point guards because right off top I would say yeah, but if I do some research, I might come back with a different answer. But as of now, I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay. Overhyped and no cap. Darren Williams at one point in time was better than Chris Paul. Is that overhyped or no cap?
That's no cap. He was my favorite point guard at one time.
Okay.
Only thing Chris Paul, when Darren Williams was the best to me, only thing Chris Paul had on him was probably slightly better defender because he got steals. But I've never seen Chris Paul stick LeBron James. I've seen Darren Williams stick LeBron James.
Okay, I would agree with you. I think at one point in time, Darren Williams definitely was the best point guard.
Listen, even after he left Utah, in that, I forgot what season it was when he was with the Nets, he had the most points in the NBA that year with 55, I think it was, and the most assists in the game, I think it was like 22. And that's an older Darren Williams. That boy got busy. The double crossover?
Yeah, Darren Williams got busy, and I know firsthand that he got busy. You know who else knows firsthand he got busy?
The Sixers know.
Mike 28th Street, because he was a T-Mac fan when Houston got treated by Darren Williams. And
the Sixers should know when he went to the motherfucking Nets, because he used to get them the gas.
Speaking of Mike 28th Street, it's been a couple weeks now since the Cowboys. Have you heard from Mike, Kyle? Are the guys good?
Yeah, they good.
They good? They're back down? They back?
I see Mike every day. So.
Are they back to their senses now?
No, you know Cowboy fans don't have no fucking sense.
So they still on this Dak Prescott stuff?
I fuck with Dak, so.
Okay, so I got another one for you. You seen what Tone said. While you was MIA. Is it overhyped? No cap. He said Dallas Goedert is better than Mark Andrews. Is that overhyped? No cap.
Tone, you my man. You done lost your motherfucking mind.
Yeah, that was that.
I didn't even know Dallas Goedert played this season.
Wow.
Now, Don't get me wrong. His numbers might be good. I gotta check, but come on, man.
Listen.
Now, as much as me and this boy go back and forth about Mark Andrews, it made me actually look up Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is that bull. Don't get it fucked up.
Right.
I personally like Kittle better, but Mark Andrews is that guy. He's arguably number one in the league. So Dallas Goedert is not arguably number one in the league.
Right. Listen, here's my thing. After the debacle at the beginning of this season, when I put Dallas Goedert in my top 5, and I got grinded up by not just you and everybody on the show, but Eagles fans, Tone, never would I ever agree with anything Dallas Goedert. He's got to have 3 crazy seasons, and Mark Andrews' numbers got to go all the way down for me to agree with that one. that was, but I let him live. I let Tone live. I'm gonna let him get this one up.
Well, what about well, I know you feel like Zeke, Dan. I also feel like Zeke took a step, but I've recently seen Derek Carr's brother. When he was talking about he said he was talking to his brother when they played Dallas. And he asked his brother, he said, who is the most dangerous person on the Cowboys y'all got to worry about? And his brother said it was the backup running back. What's his name?
Pollard.
Tony Pollard, yeah. They didn't say nothing about Zeke. They said it's Pollard, and they don't even play Pollard like that.
That's why this is, and listen, I don't keep meaning to beat a dead horse, right? But what I'm saying is this is why I don't understand how people can confuse things, right? Because people can say, Stafford had Megatron and all that, and he ain't do nothing. But you got to look, Dallas, while Dak Prescott was playing, all the success that they had is based off of Zeke and everybody that wasn't him.
Hold on. Now, I remember at one point that was the argument. But before I go any further, Dallas Goedert numbers ain't bad. 800 yards off 56 receptions.
That ain't bad, but that ain't Mark Andrews' number.
But now, on the flip side, that year Zeke got hurt and Zeke was out, Dak still was doing his thing. And now, the running game is
Did
not
they go anywhere?
We talking about how the player plays. You can't help the record. And as of now, the running game is not their strength, and Dak's still doing his thing.
Yeah, until
so you can't get a credit to Zeke no more. They success is Dak now.
Their success is the defense.
Dak was successful before Parsons got there too.
When?
I'm talking about as far as what he did on the field. He can't. He don't play defense.
Listen, this is my thing. When you look at Dak numbers, you pull the record up 13-3. The first year
before Parsons got there, right?
Time out. 13-3, right? It looks great, but when you look at the 13-3, Zeke was top 3 running backs when they went 13-3. Not just that. Everybody knows that.
What's their record this year?
Hold on. Their record this year was like 11 or something.
Zeke ain't top 5?
Yeah, but they had a top 5 defense this year. But listen to what I'm gonna get at. The year with them, right? Zeke top 2, top 3. Everything else, when you look at it, even when he got hurt, he was 1-3 before he got hurt. Everybody say, "Oh, he got no." Them niggas they was having a losing season then. You know what I mean? He ain't. They brung in. That team is time out. But that team
was losing.
But
they had to lose. They was losing.
But
what
I'm saying is that 13-3 team. I'm pretty sure that was when they traded for Amari Cooper. All that fell into place. But the one thing that people don't realize is he was a rookie. They didn't have no tape on him. That's why his numbers have never been that good. Since that first year, his numbers.
What are you talking about? Do we need to look up his numbers? His numbers is good every year.
I'm talking about wins and losses.
You can't 100% equate that as good or bad as a quarterback because the quarterback only plays one side of the field. He don't
yes, but what I'm saying is when you go back to all them games where they had a chance to come back and they threw the pick and all that, that's him.
He's up there as far as fourth quarter comebacks.
Yeah, he up there. But what I'm saying is, man, at the end of the day, I think it's looked at it wrong. I think a lot was built around him. But what I'm saying is, the whole gist of it is, people were making a million excuses for a man like Dak Prescott that I just said. When he came on the team as a rookie, he had the top 3 running back. They went and traded for a top offensive player to give him a wide receiver. They've upgraded his defense year in and year out. Now, when you compare that to somebody like Matthew Stafford, and anybody keeps it, time out. When you compare that to Matthew Stafford and a Lions team that did nothing like nothing like that, right? Mm-hmm. They never brung pieces in for him.
Why?
Because they're a crappy organization.
That's not Dak's fault. That they don't know who to draft.
No, you're not letting me finish.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, for Dak Prescott, everybody will make 1,000,001 excuses. Okay. But for Matthew Stafford, the only thing anybody is gonna ever say is, "Oh, but he had Megatron." Just like you're saying, time out. Time out, because I don't want to forget this. Just like you keep saying Dak Prescott don't play defense. But I keep telling you the same thing about Matthew Stafford. Megatron don't play defense. But at the end of the day, not just you, but a lot of people make 1,000,001 excuses on why Dak is better than Matthew Stafford.
That is what it is.
Bro, what I'm saying is I'm like, people be clouded like when stuff are so. What I'm saying is...
No, what you're doing, you're making an excuse for Matthew Stafford because you're talking about they didn't draft this person.
No.
Hold on. Let me finish. They've been a bad team forever, so they always had good draft pick selections as far as where they picked that, but they never seemed to make the right pick. You're talking about they never had a top 25 running back. That's because they didn't pick that person. Now, do you know Matt Stafford is number 1 in pass attempts in the season is for everybody in the history of the NFL?
Right.
How would he be number 1 in pass attempts knowing you got a bad team every fucking year? Because you never drafted running back, but we're going to keep drafting receivers and corners.
You know why? No, they wasn't. They wasn't drafting receivers and corners. You know why? Because for as bad as they was at running back, they was as worse on defense. They've never had a top 20 defense. My point is this.
So how did they make the playoffs 3 times with Matt Stafford? They had to have something.
my point is this: Matthew Stafford, he's been a top 25 defense. I think I've read only 3 times in his career before this year.
What
Out
rank
them
was
3,
the Saints? Yeah, they won the Super Bowl.
they was ranked like 5th. I'm glad you said that because I looked that up. You said that to me. They was ranked like 15th that year. But what you mistake that year that the Saints won the Super Bowl is they was number 1 in takeaways. Okay. So they didn't have a number 1 ranked defense, but they still played deep. Matthew Stafford never had nothing.
Okay, well,
but the point I'm making is
let me ask
this.
you this: as far as you're saying the defense, okay, the defense. Say if the defense get takeaways, they might get you a shorter field, but you still got to produce with that short field.
Yes, and
because the defense, because you got a number 1 defense, doesn't mean your offense is gonna fucking score.
What I'm saying is Matthew Stafford put those numbers up with no help.
He had a fucking Hall of Fame receiver
after Megatron left. What I'm saying is,
what are you talking about?
Okay, that's another thing I want to. We can end the show like this. Everybody keeps saying he had Megatron.
Right.
Megatron numbers wasn't. Megatron played 2 seasons without Matthew Stafford.
Without him?
Yes.
Okay.
His numbers was nowhere near.
Who were you playing with before that?
It doesn't. What I'm saying is,
matter.
no, it doesn't, because the way you keep saying is he played with Hall of Fame. So if you saying that means Matthew Stafford, the year before Matthew Stafford got there, I don't even think Megatron had 1,000 yards.
Not if the quarterback can't get the
Listen.
hold on, let me ask you this question: what is Megatron's most successful route?
It doesn't matter.
No, I'll ask you a question. What is his
Go.
most successful route? Huh?
He say go.
The go, exactly. So if he got a guy like Jeff Garcia who can't throw the ball down all the way down the field, it's gonna make a difference. Matt Stafford got a strong ass arm. He can get that shit to him.
Bro,
That
what I'm saying is, you can say Megatron's favorite route was this, but that's not his only route that he
that's
ran,
his most
bro.
successful route.
We not going to do that. Like,
not.
he wasn't going. He wasn't.
I'm not
catching
saying that.
shit
I
through
said
the
his
middle and all
most
that.
successful route, when he got his bread and butter, is the go route.
Anyway, because you keep cutting me out, the point I was trying to make is this, right? If Detroit's franchise did what Jerry Jones did for Dak Prescott when he first got there, try to give him pieces to win.
So you're making an excuse for this guy.
No. All right, I'll do you one even further, right? Because again, like I said, if you take the year Dak Prescott came into the league, Megatron retired. That was so. If Dak Prescott is traded on draft day, he traded for Matthew Stafford. First of all, we're not talking about Dak Prescott right now, and Mike and them are happy because Dallas at least makes it to moral victory. At least makes it to a conference championship from 2016 to now with Zeke and them, the team they had with Matthew Stafford as their quarterback. They at least play in the championship game. And the flip side about that, we're not talking about Dak Prescott as being elite at all because he would have rotted over there in Detroit.
How long has Matt Stafford been in the league?
Since like 09, 12, 13 years.
He got one playoff win.
Yes, and he's
Dak got more playoff wins than him in less
time. And this is the best team that he's ever. No, Dak got 1 too. They both had 1.
No, Dak got more than 1.
No, he doesn't. 2. He has 1. Mike and them was wrong about that. It was on the screen a couple weeks ago.
They beat the Eagles 1 year in the playoffs when they beat.
They only beat Russell Wilson. That's all they beat.
They beat the Eagles in the playoffs. They played them 3 times that season. They swept them in the regular season. They beat them in the playoffs.
Bro, it was on the episode a couple weeks ago. He has 1 playoff win.
I might be wrong.
You know what I mean? He has the same thing. What I'm saying, Matthew Stafford would have had that playoff win with this Dallas.
You can't say that.
Come on, man.
You can't say because he got different guys around him, he would have won more. You can't say that.
Well, we'll wait till you pull it up before we wrap it up because I know what I've seen. And all them fourth quarter comebacks and all that, like we already talked about, Matthew Stafford up there with nobodies.
With nobodies?
Yes, Megatron retired years ago. Megatron retired over 6 years ago, big boy. Stafford still was doing it.
Is Stafford a Hall of Famer?
As of right now?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. And it ain't going to change.
Is Dak a Hall of Famer?
No.
Okay, then. So,
but Dak only got 5 years in. Matt got 20 years in.
And if you give Dak another 7 years and his record stays the same, he's not a Hall of Famer. Once Dak
Dak got 1 playoff.
I know. Once Dak leave Dallas, his shit over. His shit is over. All the wins and all that shit. Once he go to a regular team and Dallas don't re-sign him, that shit over, bro.
Yeah, tripping. Matt Stafford played 20 years And the only reason why his numbers is the way it is because of longevity. He's not that good. Like you said, he's not even a Hall of Famer. You said as of now, like he's only been in the league 6, 7 years. He been in the league 12 fucking
Okay,
years or more.
I do you one
Come
better,
on, man.
right?
Is Megatron a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Okay, let me do
Exactly.
you one better, right?
Do the math on that.
Let me do you one better. Just who's the better over, because this is the perfect comparison, even though this guy has won a couple games. Who's the better who would you rather have as your quarterback in their prime? Matthew Stafford or Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan.
Get the fuck out of here.
Matt Ryan was MVP before. Matt Ryan been to the Super Bowl.
That's what did you just? That's what I said
You asked
before.
me who would I rather have?
Yes.
And Matt Ryan. What the fuck is you talking about?
Negative.
Matt Ryan's a better quarterback than Matt Stafford.
Negative, because Matt Ryan, his numbers was good 1 year.
What, the MVP year or the Super Bowl year?
The Super Bowl year. I'm talking about that MVP year where he had. Other than that, you take away the Super Bowl. Other than that, you take away the Super Bowl and the MVP trophy. Everybody would be saying,
"Take it away."
Oh, okay, don't even take it away. You don't even gotta take it away. But if I start arguing Matt Ryan right now, everybody's gonna make the same Matthew Stafford argue. They're gonna say, "Oh, he had Julio. He had Julio in his prime."
Who ain't Megatron? So what's your point?
But
Megatron, who's better, Megatron or Julio?
Megatron.
Exactly.
Yes, but even when you make that, what I'm trying to get at the point of, even with that, Matty Ice, even with Julio, he still had better teams than Matthew Stafford.
Who? Name who else was on their team?
He had Michael Turner before. Michael Turner was a top 10 running back in the league.
Yeah, yes. Top 10. Okay.
Yes, he's played with Tony Gonzalez. He played with
an old ass Gonzalez.
Stop. He played with Tony Gonzalez, broke records with him. He played with Roddy White.
Because he already was breaking.
He played with Roddy White.
Roddy White was cool. He wasn't no fucking top receiver. Come on, man.
What I'm saying is he played with better players than Matthew Stafford. Matt Ryan had good numbers 1 year, bro.
What did you figure? Matt Ryan had, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 straight years of 4,000 or better.
Now, see, you looking at yards. Look at the records. He had like one a good 2 years his whole career.
Okay. 11-5, 13-3, 10-6, 13-3, 8-8, 11-5, 10-6. Yeah, so he had more than one winning season. So what you talking about, my man? Yeah, let me see. 1, 2.
Out of how many years?
3, 4,
how many?
5, 6 out of
6
1,
out of how
2,
many
3,
years?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 15 years.
So he had 6 winning seasons, 9 and losing seasons. All right, now real quick before we wrap it up. While I'm wrapping it up, go do Matthew Stafford Jones.
Hold on. Let me do it again. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losing seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winning seasons. And the 8-8 is not a losing season. So
he played how many seasons? 14?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, so now go to Stafford before we wrap.
13.
He played 13 seasons?
Well, is this season added? I don't know. Now we doing Matt Stafford.
He couldn't have been 7-6-1 then. If
no, 7-6. I didn't say 7-6-1. 8-8 is not considered a losing season. Matt played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losing seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winning seasons.
So difference of 2. Okay. Okay.
And the difference of going to a Super Bowl and winning an MVP. Matt Stafford ain't never win no fucking MVP. Not even close. Wasn't even whispered.
MVP?
Wasn't even in the whispers of the MVP.
Yeah, shout out to that. Well, I guess we gonna wrap this one up on that note. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Matthew Stafford. You know, I'm always gonna hold you down. You know what I mean? We appreciate everybody for tuning in as always. Keep showing us love on social media. Make sure you have this on Spotify Green Room. But as always, I am your boy Brown, and to the left of me, I got
Your boy Vito.
tell a friend, tell a friend, to tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep the C note, and we'll holler at y'all.
Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da da da.